I'm Rachel Hernandez, real estate investor turned mobile home investor and best-selling author. I make a living investing in mobile homes for cash flow for long-term passive income. After many mistakes and lessons learned, I've been able to create the kind of life where I can do the types of things I want to do, not have to do. I created the Adventures in Mobile Homes podcast to share with you what I've learned so you can spend more time with family, friends, and do things you love. Mobile home investing can help you get there. If you want to hear real stories with practical and actionable advice you can use from someone who's been in the trenches and who's still investing today to create the type of life you love, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. Well, hello there, and welcome to the Adventures in Mobile Homes podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Hernandez, aka Mobile Home Girl of AdventuresinMobileHomes.com. Thank you so much for joining me here on the 15th episode of the podcast. Now, just in case you missed it, be sure to tune in to the last episode where I talk about how to fund your deals for your mobile home investing business. You can find it along with the show notes at www.adventuresinmobilehomes.com/14. And that is the number 14. Okay, so let's get started. So last week, I talked about how to fund your deals and the options out there to get the money to fund your deals as a mobile home investor. Again, when it comes to funding your deals, you want to make sure you're financially ready to start buying and holding. Be sure you have a cash reserve in place for your holding costs, because you have to be able to weather the storm when things don't go as planned. But today, I want to talk about a subject that is near and dear to my heart. In fact, I get asked about this all the time. And that is how to find a mentor as a mobile home investor. When you're just getting started, how exactly do you find a mentor? And where can you find them? And what qualities should you be looking for when looking for a mentor to help you with your mobile home investing business? So today, I'm going to talk to you about how you can find a mentor as a beginning investor, where to find them, what they can do for you, and how I found my mentors as a mobile home investor. But before we move on, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Hey there, Rachel here. Are you interested in mobile home investing? If yes, I've got a free mobile home investing course for you. It's called What You Need to Know to Get Started in Mobile Home Investing. It details all the ins and outs of what you need to know before you get started as a mobile home investor. With so much information out there, it's overwhelming to go out and search for what you're looking for. So I put my knowledge and expertise in mobile home investing to work. And it's all in this free training course. You can find it at www.adventuresinmobilehomes.com/free training class. Again, www.adventuresinmobilehomes.com/free training class. Grab your seat and get started today. Now, back to the show. Okay, first things first. Before you even start looking for a mentor for your mobile home investing business, you need to know exactly what you want to do. Are you looking to build up cash by wanting to start off by finding deals for other investors, by either bird dogging or wholesaling deals to other investors? Or are you ready to buy and hold mobile homes for cash flow? Do you want to buy mobile homes in parks like I do? Or are you looking to buy homes out on private land? What exactly is your plan as a mobile home investor? Now, once you've figured out exactly what you want to do, then you can go out and find a mentor who can help you get to your goals. In episode 11 of this podcast, I talk about the importance of building your team. Having a good mentor who is part of your team as your support network is very important. But when it comes to going out and finding a mentor, what exactly should you be looking for? Well, to start off, you want to find someone who is doing exactly what you want to do successfully. Don't get a mentor who dabbles in all aspects of real estate investing. Because honestly, you want to be working with a master of a niche rather than a jack of all trades. And there will be people out there who will tell you about the many years of experience they have as a real estate investor and how they can help you because of that. But honestly, it's not how many years of experience you have that matters. It's really the results that you get. And if someone hasn't gotten the types of results in order to master a niche in real estate investing, to be a specialist in that field, then all those years of quote unquote experience really don't matter, in my opinion. So, when going out to look for a mentor, you want to find someone who is doing exactly what you want to do, so you can learn from them and get insight about their own experience, which you can apply to your mobile home investing business. Now, once you know exactly what you want to do as a mobile home investor, whether it be to build up cash by bird dogging and wholesaling by finding deals for other investors, or if you're ready to buy and hold mobile homes for cash flow and buy them in parks or out on land, then you're ready to go out and start looking for a mentor. So where exactly do you find one? Well, the first place you can look is your local real estate investment club. Find out who the key players are who are doing the types of deals that you want to do. Now, this will take a bit of digging around to find them. You may want to talk to the leaders of the real estate investment club and ask them if they know anyone doing what you want to do. They should be able to point you in the right direction. As leaders of the club, their job is to help you feel welcomed and direct you to the resources that you need. Again, you want to find someone who specializes in what you want to do. Now, if they say, oh, this person did a deal here and there in mobile homes, but they got out, then you probably don't want to have that person as a mentor. Sure, you can talk to them to get insight on their experience, but keep in mind, if they're not in the mobile home business anymore, then they're definitely not an expert in the niche. Be sure to follow up with any leads you get from the leaders of your local real estate investment club. Keep them updated and let them know if they can think of anyone else you can talk to who specializes in mobile home investing to let you know. And stay in touch. Now, another place where you can find a mentor when it comes to mobile home investing is by talking to the park managers and/or the mobile home dealerships in your area. In episode 8 of this podcast, I talk about how to talk to park managers when just getting started as a mobile home investor. Now, while you're out doing this and creating a relationship with them, you may want to ask if they work with any other investors like you. Tell them you're just trying to expand your network to get to know others in the area. Again, it's not what you say, but how you say it that counts. So say it in a way that seems non-threatening. Now, mobile home dealerships are another source where you can find potential mentors. Since they work with investors all the time, they may be able to give you a few referrals on other mobile home investors that they work with. Since it's a delicate subject, just be careful how you ask. And don't make it seem like you're trying to get information. Again, you're out there to build relationships, not destroy them. Yet another route you can take when looking for a mentor to help you with your mobile home investing business is by talking to contractors who specialize in working on mobile homes. Now, in episode 11 of this podcast, Building Your Team, I talk about the importance of having contractors on your team who specialize on working on mobile homes. While these contractors may work with other mobile home investors, and they're a good source of referrals to talk to when you're out there looking for a mentor. Again, when you approach them, do it casually and ease your questions into the conversation. Like I've said before, when talking to people and building relationships, it's more of an art than an exact science. Lastly, you can find a mentor online if you find it hard to find one locally, or you just haven't had any luck finding one that you feel like you can click with. Because honestly, you don't want to work with just anyone, despite their experience as a mobile home investor. You have to work with a mentor that works with your personality, and vice versa. Otherwise, it'll end up in disaster down the road. In my book, Real Estate Investing Sucks: How to Find Your Niche and Dominate, I talk more in depth about how to find a mentor and what they can do for you, which I'll link up here in the show notes. In any case, when you're out looking for a mentor online, there are a couple of places you can go to. Now, one of the most popular areas to visit are online real estate investing forums. On these forums, there's usually an array of investors with all different types of experiences. And many times, there are investors there who like to give back to the community. They take the time to answer people's questions by providing details and their own experiences. Again, you want to find people who specialize in what you want to do. And in this case, mobile home investing. So take the time to check out their profiles and the answers to other people's questions before you contact them, and decide you want them to be your mentor. Because honestly, the last thing you want is to contact someone who just doesn't have the qualifications you need to effectively help you get to your mobile home investing goals. Okay, so once you've found a few potential mentors, what exactly do you say? And what is the best approach to set up a phone call or a meeting? Well, first things first. Let's talk about what a mentor can do for you and what a mentor is and what a mentor isn't. Because I want to set the record straight. Now, a mentor is not someone who can find deals for you. I get this all the time. People ask me to mentor them, but they just want me to pass on quote unquote deals to them. And what exactly does this mean in the first place? Well, a deal to me may not be a deal to someone else, and vice versa. By not even having criteria of what a deal is, it tells me this is a beginner investor who really doesn't know what they want. So keep that in mind. If your goal is to find a mentor who can pass you deals, just stop there. And don't even look for one. I'm serious. Because this isn't what a mentor is. So, what is a mentor exactly? And what can a mentor do for you? Well, a mentor is someone who helps guide you along your journey to get to your goals. And in this case, as a mobile home investor. So, a mentor is basically an advisor you can turn to when you get stuck. It's not someone who can do everything for you, including finding deals and putting them together. That's not a mentor. As an investor, you should already have an idea of exactly what you want to do and the goals you want to accomplish. You should have a plan on exactly how you want to get there. And if you don't, you may want to check out my Take Action training course, which will help you create that plan as a mobile home investor, which I'll link up here in the show notes. Getting back to the subject of what a mentor is, you want to find someone that you can talk to when you get stuck. Again, you should already have an idea of exactly what you want to do per this podcast and the resources mentioned up to this point. So a mentor really serves as a guide when you need help and also to point you in the right direction when it comes to resources they've used to help them with their mobile home investing business. For me personally, I've found my mentors by attending real estate conferences. As I've mentioned in the past, Lonnie Scruggs, the godfather of mobile home investing, was my personal mentor. I also built up our relationship by attending conferences that he attended. But apart from Lonnie, I also had other mentors when it came to my mobile home investing business. And I met them all through real estate conferences. Now, the way I chose them was because of their experiences and also because of their personality. We just clicked and could talk to each other in a way that felt natural. It wasn't a one-sided conversation where one person was doing all the talking and the other person was doing all the listening. It was an even exchange, a back and forth. Now, I'll talk more about my personal mentors and my experience with them in a future podcast episode. So, stay tuned. In any case, that's basically what a mentor can do for you. So keep that in mind when you're out there looking for them and talking to potential mentors. But when you do find someone you'd like to mentor you, then what? What exactly do you say? And what's in it for them? Well, keep in mind, most of these people are busy. If they're actively doing deals and are key players in your area in the mobile home investing world, then their time is limited. So don't waste their time or yours. Keep it brief. After you've exchanged a little chit chat going back and forth, you want to tell them that you've read or heard about their mobile home investing experience. Tell them you'd like to learn more about the niche. And then tell them what your goals are, whether to build up cash or buy and hold properties for cash flow. Then you'll have to work it in the conversation that you're looking for someone who can help you along the way when you get stuck. Tell them you'd like to take them out to lunch or coffee sometime, depending on their preference, to talk more about your goals, but also how you can help them out. Because let's be honest, it needs to be a win-win situation for both you and your potential mentor. There's always a give and take. So make it fair and even. Now, in exchange for the opportunity to learn from them, tell them that you'd be willing to help them out in their business any way you can, whether it be checking up on properties, doing administrative tasks, taking pictures of properties, whatever it is that they need, you're willing to help for free. Now, you may not know what they need, so it's best to ask. Or just tell them you're willing to help out any way you can with their own mobile home investing business. And leave it at that. At this point, your potential mentor is either going to say yes or no. If they say no, that they just don't have the time, or they're simply not interested, that's fine. No big deal. Thank them for their time and move on. Don't take it personally. It may not be the right time or a good fit. So you'll have to move on and find someone else to work with. But if they say yes, then schedule a time to meet again, whether it be for coffee or for a meal, such as breakfast or lunch. Now, I will tell you, busy people prefer early morning meetings. Coffee or breakfast is fine. I remember meeting one of my personal mentors pretty early for coffee. So work it around their schedules and make it convenient for them. You may have to be flexible with your own schedule, but keep in mind what you're getting: a relationship and someone to help you get to your goals. Once you've found someone to be your mentor and feel it's a good fit, keep in touch with them regularly. You want to keep them updated on things, including your progress and what you've done as a mobile home investor. If questions come up, it's best to keep them short. Email is fine. Now, if it needs to be done by phone, it's best to set up an appointment with them, as usually their schedules are busy. And if there's anything you offer them to help them out, keep your promises. I remember one of my mentors told me she really enjoyed my company, but it was important to have a contact just in case she needed someone to check up on her mobile home properties, or something went wrong while she was on vacation. And she offered to do the same for me, which I'll talk about more in a future episode. So make it worthwhile for your mentor and yourself. So there you have it. My advice on how to find a mentor when it comes to your mobile home investing business. As you can see, there are different routes you can take when looking for a mentor when you're just getting started as a mobile home investor. The important thing is to find someone who clicks with you and your personality. Make it a win-win situation for the both of you. Yes, you'll be learning from them and asking questions when need be. But at the same time, you have to offer to help them out with their mobile home investing business as well. Again, it can't be a one-way street. So be sure you can add value and be a good resource for them. And before you decide on someone becoming your mentor, give it a lot of thought. You may want to talk to a few potential mentors before making your final decision. The last thing you want is to work with a mentor whose personality and way of doing things just doesn't match yours. Or even worse, you just don't click. So make it worth your time to make it a pleasant experience for both you and your mentor. And if you're interested, I do offer mentoring for those who need it. If you feel like you're kind of stuck or need more guidance, feel free to let me know. I'll put a link here in the show notes if you're interested and want to get in touch. So, what did you think? Did this episode help you as a mobile home investor? I hope so. For more information on this episode, check out the show notes where I link up some of the resources mentioned here. You can find it at www.adventuresinmobilehomes.com/15. And that is the number 15. Again, www.adventuresinmobilehomes.com/15. And if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to share it with family and friends. And be sure to subscribe. If you have some time, I'd love to hear your feedback through a short Apple Podcast review. Until next time, this is Rachel Hernandez, aka Mobile Home Girl of the Adventures of Mobile Homes podcast, signing off. Thanks for tuning in.